therefore, for clarity on semantics, we did not withdraw from the chairmanship race and the State Congress executive race. What I instructed my shadow executives was not to participate in the illegal activity of 31st August 2024. There are two different things. Participating will make us confer legality on the illegal process. So that is number one. Number two, because we want to prove the party wrong, and usually the party will come under the guise that these are internal affairs of the party, I can announce to you for free that the Supreme Court has made a distinction between processes that are called internal affairs of the party and what the courts can inquire into. The Supreme Court has come to say in 2022 judgment that where an action has not taken place, it is still internal affairs of the party. But where an action has taken place and an aggrieved member of the party who has a locus is concerned that a breach of the party's constitution and guidelines for that business has been violated by the party itself, the courts will go into inquiry. And that is why we said we will not participate, so that we cannot confer legality on the illegal process. Now, certain acts have been completed and we are aggrieved members, so we can now approach the court to inquire into the violation of the party's constitution. Now, what is our locus? For us to ensure that we have locus, we have been cleared as aspirants for the conduct of the 2024 31st August State Congress. So, I and my colleagues have locus because the injury done to our aspiration cannot be compensated by quantum damages in lieu of financial compensation. It is an interest that must be protected. And that is why I've come to brief you people of the press, so that the public can be aware. One, the basic block of the State Congress is the 3-man World Ad Hoc Congress, where we elect 717 delegates. That is the building block of the foundation. Once that is not there, you cannot put something on nothing. And I can tell you categorically that it was not held. People will claim that it was held, but we don't do World Congress from a private hotel room or on the main road or in a bush. On 27th of July, Right Honorable the Capt from Bayelsa came in a pilot vehicle driven from Abuja belonging to Alema Uduaga, the husband of Natasha. And also the man gave them a 18-seater bus. We know the identities of the pilot, pilots, and the bus. And we know the owner. It's not something that we're speculating. With talks inside the bus, Homer bus, supplied by David Mbugadu, the governorship candidate of PDP in Nasarawa, to come here and impose as returning officers. They couldn't identify themselves. The secretary of the Congress Committee, Ahmad Ali, the former Speaker of Kwara State House of Assembly, who is the chief collation officer, was not in Lokoja, and he could not be here to have collated the result for them to use. It's there in the guideline. And the guideline says where the collation officer did not enter the official result properly, that Congress stands invalidated. It's there. If you want me to give you a copy of the guideline, I can give you a show the other process before you go. So, people went, the man gave them the election materials because the secretary who is the concerned was not here, and packaged them in different envelopes, gave them to those touts he came with from Abuja. And they just tried to do a camera show at the secretariat and ran away to, I don't know. People wanted to pursue them, but we say there's no need. Illegality cannot beget legality, it can only beget illegality. So they went and concluded their result from the bush of one hotel here, led by Barrister Kabiru, Brahman Badamosi, TJ Yusuf, and all those people who have teamed up with Natasha to think that they are fighting Dino Melai. Dino Melai is an individual, but they are destroying the party. So we don't want to go into that. They submitted. At that point, the caretaker chairman, Solomon La, called the national chairman and national secretary, Damagu, Elia Damagu, and Baturi, and said because of what has happened, we cannot continue with this Congress, we are suspending it. And the national chairman is on record on their phone if they want to deny. And the national General Secretary said them, we are behind you, we are with you. Please go ahead, suspend the Congress and bring a full report to us in writing to Abuja. That report was written. And we will meet with you and agree on a new date for that Congress to hold. At that point, the administrative secretary of INEC who came was there. And the man said, please, Chairman, can you put this into us in writing? And he wrote to INEC. He wrote to the Commissioner of Police. They wrote to the DSS. The letters are there. All these things are going to be part of our products to the court. That there was no ad hoc Congress. So if you didn't do that one, you cannot proceed to go from no election of the 707 delegates to go to the local government Congress, to go to the state Congress. For Kogi, the tenure of our ward and local government ESCO had not expired. So we're not going to elect the executives. But the local government Congress was now shifted to 17th for us to do the local government Congress, to elect national delegates. That event never held because they wouldn't have the delegates from the world to do it. When they brought the ad hoc delegates for the state Congress, there was not one national delegate that was listed, which confirmed that they had not done the local government Congress. So, when you don't, we wrote to the party, we informed them, they said they was giving us date. They now wrote another letter on 8th August, saying that the local government will now be on 7th, without making reference to the World Congress. And we questioned them. They now say we should, then they went and concluded one report, which I have seen and have gone through. And they wrote that 18 local government chairmen wrote that they did the World Congress. Local government chairmen for a World Congress are local government chairmen, world chairmen. Even if they were, we have world returning officers. So they were just busybodies. And it was because TJ Yusuf gathered them together because the chairman of Kaba, who is the forum chairman, is a TJ Yusuf nominee and paid each of the 18 signatures 300,000. It's not in dispute because the Ogorimagogo chairman was approached with 300. He said he will not sign for illegality. Natasha's husband called him and said, look, we will give you 1 million. The man said, even if you give me any amount of money, I will not take. Natasha herself called the man and said, I'm proud of you for refusing such an amount of money. So they went to bring another person who is not the Ogorimagogo chairman to sign on behalf of Ogorimagogo to collect the money. All these are in public domain. So they now proceeded forth. Our lawyers even wrote to the party that for peace to reign, jettison these controversial 3-man ad hoc delegates so that we can proceed with the constitutional delegates. They refused. The caretaker committee wrote them that they are your eyes on the ground. I want to use their words. Why your eyes on the ground? And from what is on the ground, if we want to build a party in Kogi, we should not use these ad hoc delegates. Continue with the delegates. The National Organizing Secretary Bature, in his memo to NWC, also brought up the issue that stakeholders are divided over the use of the ad hoc delegates. That he will suggest and recommend that the constitutional delegates be used. It's in his memo. And NWC rejected that they should go ahead. So this is where we are. They went ahead. So at that point, the credibility and the adherence to the guidelines of the party's guideline was left to the dustbin and to the gutter. Nobody cared anymore. So people are more interested in holding party office, not interested in building the party to go into an election, which is our worry. I'm a founding father of this party. I'm a sitting member of the National Executive Committee of this party, where the higher decisions are taken. And this is not the way the party should go. And that is why I'm coming out to address this issue. I was looking for the chairman for the purpose of building this party. Every other leader in Kogi State, apart from Alhaji Ibrahim Idris, who says I'm too strong, I'm too principled, they cannot bend me, I will not do what they want them to do. I don't know what they want to do. The only thing I know he wants to do is that he wants to make a puppet to state chairman and make a puppet by Sakabiru, governorship candidate 2027. 2027 is too far for anybody to be thinking. You may not even be alive till then. And we have done the same thing and we have lost. I told by Sakabiru as a person, I went to his office, I said, Kabiru, you think a state chairman will now write nomination and give you? You had Ibro with you in this 122 that we just did. And Ibro sent message to the Tutua local government, vote for Kangaroo as governorship candidate. You had Sam Ohotu, the state chairman, in your pocket. Why did you lose to third place? To an Idoko who was not known to the party and still beat you second, hands down. So this thing is about developing party, not personal interest. Let's remove our personal from this. If not, the party will go down. And PDP is about going down again for what happened on 31st August. I want to give you two instances which cannot make the Congress stand. You know, when the head is rotting, the whole body is rotting. The man who they are touting as the state chairman, are you listening to me? This is a document. There is a court order on this same person. Honorable Mr. Enemonanyebe, he has been debarred from holding any party office. Debarment means that he cannot even ask for ex officio in the party. He has been debarred as a result of disciplinary action by the executive. Since 2019, the law provides that if you are not satisfied with any decision of the party, you appeal to the next higher level within 14 days. The guy had not bothered to appeal within the stipulated of 14 days, 2019 till now. This position has been taken by all the 40 members of his ward executive that he is an incessant anti-party man, and that's the person PDP for looking for a proper chairman they want to put as a state chairman. We are going to court to ask the court to interpret. If you are debarred from holding a party office, what does it mean? Are you qualified to contest? If the court say yes, PDP has no constitution, Joe Agada will come and sit down. My senior friend, late Dr. Alex Kadri, he says even death has an alternative. If the PDP doesn't want to come together and take power, so be it. But we want to ask the court, if a member of the party is debarred from holding party office, does he qualify to even contest for anything in the party? So that's there. It's one of the things. Most worrisome. From here, I'm leaving home to a meeting with my people on delegates. The delegates that were used at Kefa's Hall that day were mostly illegal delegates. They were packing people from along the road, anybody. The statutory delegates were not there. The people who were supposed to vote were not there to vote. And I can give you an example. I want to give you an example of my local government, which pervades the whole 21 local governments. Now, this is the accreditation sheet used by the State Congress chairman, Senator Estefanos Gian. You can see it. Take a shot of it so I would know. We are talking in real terms. We will take Olamaporo local government as an example. And the accreditation shows that 83 people came from Olamaporo to do the voting at the Congress. Is that right? That's what is here. 83. Now, there are 55 persons in impersonation of Olamaporo local government delegates. We confirm that we did not participate in the said Congress. Look at their names, starting from myself. I'm a delegate as a NEC member. All of them, see, all these people from Olamaporo, because they had endorsed me and they said I am their candidate, and they will not go to vote for another candidate. See it there, it's there. This is the letter I'm taking to the court and to prove that there were illegal delegates who did the Congress, and I'm also taking it to the appeal panel. So there are 55 of us who did not go to the Congress on Saturday at Lokoja. Now, if 55 people did not go, and the delegate from Olamaporo is 103, how many is left? No, answer me now, how many is left? 103, 55 did not participate. How many is left? 50, isn't it? So, if there were no impersonation or carry people along the road as touts, under accreditation for Olamaporo, you cannot get 83. You can only get 50 here. It's simple. There are supposed to be 103. 55 stayed behind at home that were not participating. So where would they get 83 to attend? And we are going to prove it local government by local government as when we get to the court. So, gentlemen, we have come to a cul-de-sac. But for those of us who believe in the party as a founding father, we are not going to throw away the baby with the bathwater. And we are not going to allow our baby to die in our hands. A lot of the people who are hustling now and being very ambitious are people who met us in the party and they don't have the pains of how the party was formed and the objectives of the founding fathers of the party. So we will pursue the matter to a logical conclusion. The question of internal affairs of the party will not avail the party in these circumstances because several of these cases have been taken to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has taken a definite position. You cannot, a political party cannot say it's internal affairs of the party when you will violate your constitution and the guidelines and rules of your own party. You are bound to uphold what you have ascribed to yourself. The constitution, the preamble, you say we the people, the members, give to ourselves this constitution. And it says the supremacy of this constitution, the provisions of this constitution shall be binding on all members and all organs and officers of the party. So the NWC or anybody, any member is bound by the constitution. And that is why we are going to court. For the court to tell us that this is beyond the internal affairs of the party. The Supreme Court has also said you cannot now hide under internal affairs when an action against your guideline constitution has been taken. So this is where we are. When we get there, no matter how horrible and people think the judiciary is, some of the issues and facts are so